Something's wrong. I can feel it. I don't really know how to start. New Asgard here is in ruins. We lost so much. And so many. I'm headed to Jotun with as many supplies as I can in the hopes someone out there held out. Somehow. But remembering what hit them, I find hope fleeting. It's all gone. Everything. Is anyone alive out here? Anyone at all? Oh, thank the gods. We have some survivors. Is that everyone? No. Of course it isn't. Well, let's get you guys back to New Asgard. Let's get you housed, warm and fed. And we'll go from there. Good morning, everyone. I've just put the finishing touches on a new triage center here in the heart of the residential area of New Asgard, seeing as our previous one was destroyed in last night's attack by the 3 stone Jotuns. I've honestly never seen anything like that. We all knew the enemy was on the move. We all knew they were growing in number, but to be attacked in our home by 3 of the largest enemies on the island, absolutely devastating. We had to lay 6 of our finest warriors to rest, and the rest, like I said, will be seeking treatment now in the triage center. But just look at the utter devastation here. We lost Asgard Central, where all of our weapons were being stored, but most alarmingly, and what was clearly the reason for their attack, the Eye of Odin is gone. Even more alarmingly, if that is even possible at this point, some dark magic is blocking us from rebuilding it. So in essence, our connection to the gods has been severed. We can no longer summon any more villagers, and we cannot rely on Odin for his protection. As for everything else up here, the barracks, the healing hut, and the archery range, I don't feel it's right to rebuild them. I want to turn this area into a memorial for those we lost and what we're fighting for. I also hope that in doing so, we can find some way to reforge the bridge to the gods. It is also not particularly lost on me that we only have 5 days left until the next winter invasion, and we've lost about half of our fighting forces. Yes, we did save a couple of people from the assault in Jotun, but even with those, I feel we'll still be very, very badly outnumbered. And also, even if we do rebuild the barracks or the archery range, it's not as if we can just immediately start training people. We lost all of our weapons when we lost Asgard Central, so lots to do. Fortunately, since we built Kiruna, the world's smallest outpost, we are getting iron deliveries to a different warehouse. So though we did lose our weapons, we didn't lose our source of iron. So fingers crossed that we can craft enough weapons in the next 5 days to give to any trainees in the next 5 days to be prepared for the invasion after the next 5 days. And the sun is going down, so I guess we have 4 days. Okay, so I spent most of the night cleaning up the area inside, as well as our stone collecting warehouse worker. They really did a good job, actually. So with this area now clear, we're getting a bear attack. Ooh, this bear can sense blood. Let's show him that we are not down yet, shall we? Ooh, right in the head. Good shot, dude. You missed the follow-up, yeah. How did you miss that? It's the size of a tank. You know what? I think I'm just going to sit this one out. My villagers have a right to be quite angry right now, and if this helps them in some small way, I'll let them take their anger out on the bear. At least until it gets out of range. I guess I'll finish the job then. I also have a lot of anger I want to take out on the game. Okay, first things first, let's flatten this area out as best we can. And also, I have decided to start using the Builder Buddy mod because frankly, it's awesome and I want pretty things. And the Builder Buddy mod sometimes comes with the ability to have a landscaping area of 100 cells. It doesn't always work, and I know Grymm's working on a fix for that, but for me, today, it did work. Aren't I lucky? You know what though? 100 cells is an awful lot of cells to do myself, so I'm going to go do something else. Regarding Asgard Central, I don't think I'm going to be rebuilding it. It was kind of on its last legs anyway. It was really useful as a clothing and as a weapon and tool storage. But since we've transitioned into having all of the individual storages for all of the individual outposts, we don't need this sort of jack-of-all-trade warehouse that Asgard Central was. I'd much rather have more specialized warehouses so we can grow the supply. So instead of having a little of everything, we can have a lot of everything. And one thing that we're going to need a lot of in short order is weapons. So I'm going to go ahead and redo the task orders here for the metalworker. I want to have 3 reforged ancient greatswords, and then we'll have 3 reforged ancient axes, and then the shields to go with it. If I can find them. No, it's disappeared from the task menu weird. That happens sometimes, and I don't know why. And the reason I'm choosing 3 rather than 1 is we don't have a warehouse anymore to store them. So these weapons should be crafted and then stored on the rack here. Probably. The Blueberry Worker here is hard at work, meaning we do have iron production up and running still, so we haven't lost anything there. Then over here at the iron storage coming from Kiruna, yeah, we have about 50, 30, we have about 80 ore, which is a nice stockpile to be sure, but with all the weapons and the iron bars we are now crafting, we're going to burn through that really, really quickly. But having 80 here kind of tells me we are still getting shipments of iron, which means, thank God, nothing has gone wrong with the iron shipments, because that's the last thing we need 4 days before an invasion is our iron supply to break down. So what are we going to build here? Of course, we are going to build the only thing that makes sense. This is where the Battle of the Stone Jotuns took place. So we are going to build the Stone Jotun Temple, which takes 20 iron bars. Oh, what have I committed to? But our fallen warriors deserve this magnificent memorial in their honor. And it also might help ward off any future attacks from Stone Jotuns.
He is ours. You can't stop what has begun.
Another vision. That neither sounds good, but also, I don't think it sounds bad. He sounds afraid, like we're on the right track. So I'm going to go ahead and order a whole bunch of metal bars be made at the metalworker to help with the stone Jotun. Now it does take 20 of them, so it's going to be really, really slow going. But as long as we have those 3 great swords and then 3 axes and shields first, I will be happy. Those are the priority. We need to arm our soon-to-be trainee warriors. Ground has been broken, and perhaps with it, a sliver of hope restored. Okay, so with a whole new set of weapons requested and work on the Stone Jotun Temple started, I should probably think about discovering where the next winter invasion portal is located. I don't think I've actually discovered it yet, to be honest. I'm not seeing it anywhere, so that is something I should definitely do sooner rather than later, because we will need to set up some form of defense, because this time we will be defending at the portal. I don't want to risk the invasion spawning in a whole bunch of stone Jotuns again and having to have that fight on home turf. The risk of collateral damage is too great. So yes, the best defense for this year is going to be a rather last standish offense. And to help out with discovering the portal's location, I'm going to craft a whole bunch of Raven potions because, you know, there's not much use for Jotun blood right now with our Eye of Odin inaccessible. I'm going to start in this direction because I think most of the invasions we've had have come from this side of town. I know that because I'm always having to clear up this side of town. So we'll check the area around Smilkerton and Ray-on-Sea first, and then probably push out a little bit towards Kiruna. And then if it's on this side of town, it should spawn in one of those 3 locations. If not, it'll definitely be on the other side, sort of like in the Jotun Guard direction. But again, I've only ever had one invasion over in that direction, and that was the one that spawned slap bang in the middle of the Jotun field. Quite the adventure, that one. Where the heck am I? I do not recognize these trees at all. Where did they come from? This is my forestry area. All the trees grew up. There I am flying, and there's a bunch of trees that I didn't recognize, haven't seen them before, and it's because they've just grown. They've just, you know, matured. So that answers that riddle. I was a little bit confused for a good minute or 2 there. There you are. Found it. Okay. It's coming for a landing. Gently does it. There's the chime. Our invasion portal, kind of in the middle of nowhere. Let's take a look. I have no idea where it's going to go now that we don't have an Eye of Odin to draw it to New Asgard. I wonder if it will still go to New Asgard, as that was the last place we had one, or whether it would go to Smilkerton, which would be devastating. We have no defenses in Smilkerton. We only have 4 days, so not enough time to make any. So for this invasion, yeah, like I said a minute ago, we definitely want to go out and meet them. We just don't want to risk them going where we're not expecting them, so we will be expecting them face to face. But okay, that took way less time than I expected it to be perfectly honest with you. So I'm going to head back to town, see if I can get anything done, while also getting any sort of like materials I'll be needing. I'm going to need lots of rope. I always run out of rope. It's also 5 o'clock. I should hang back just in case there's an attack. Fortunately, no blood moon tonight. The game is giving us a bit of a break for a change. But we are making good progress on the stone Jotun temple. It uses a lot of stone, surprisingly. Not surprising at all. But what is surprising is I ran out of stone on the floor, so I am having to go and collect them from our stone warehouse. One of the smarter things I've done lately. I always forget to do a stone warehouse and then complain about all the stones on the floor. Not complaining now though, am I? Got lots of stones. More stones than I know what to do with. Okay, final step, 20 iron bars. I have 14. I stole most of them from the warehouse over by the cooking huts, which receives metal bars for recycling into rakes from Blaubeacre. I hope no one's going to notice too badly. Okay, it's 2:30 in the afternoon, and our metalworker here is just finishing up the last bar, which is a really good get. They made those great swords, axes, and shields in no time flat, and then to go through 20 iron bars as well. Top effort for the defense and prosperity of New Asgard. Odin.
Ah, there you are. You're a difficult one to find.
Where am I?
You are here, in the aftermath.
The aftermath. You lost too.
Asker, when you fight with honor, you lose nothing. You either win a battle, or you win a seat in Valhalla. Your friends are here, and they would not see you burdened with sorrow.
What do you mean, here?
Asker, listen close. An army is coming for you. Survive the night, then follow your visions.
It was as I feared. Odin is dead. The attack on New Asgard wasn't about defeating us. It was about destroying the Eye, and with it, the last of his power. We must heed his warning. If an army is coming, I intend to be ready. Defense-wise, we're going back to basics. Nothing flashy. If they want to fight, I'm going to give them a fight. Face-to-face melee combat. Vengeance for our fallen. With no small amount of satisfaction in doing so. So I'm going to put down a collection of spiked hedge walls. Brutalistic as it is. Actually quite handy. It's going to slow them down, and we are going to be there to meet them. I'll keep a small force at the towers and outside of the gate should they pass us in the woods, but we should be able to pick off any stragglers easy enough. They are slow, and we are fueled with... Oh, for crying out loud. Hell hath no fury like a Viking scorned. Look at them all run away. Apparently that's what happens when a blood moon starts at 1 o'clock in the morning and you don't have time to kill them all. They run away with their tailbones tucked between their legs. Okay, I'm back at the invasion portal now. I put down most of the hedge walls I want, or at least for now. I'm going to get these up, get these spiked, and then see how it looks. And again, I've gone for a very intentionally brutal approach here. Nothing fancy, nothing special, no gimmicks. This is personal. So here we are, just putting the finishing touches on our brand new barracks here at this side of town. And we are finishing it a lot later than I would have hoped. Anyone who starts training here is not going to get too many levels before the invasion hits, which is, I believe, at the end of the day. So really, we are essentially out of preparation time. It's time to make sure everything is in order, make sure the patrols are set up to meet them, and then just do our final checks with food, heat, water, and of course, rest and buffs. When you're running purely on adrenaline, apparently nothing can kill you. Not even 55 arrows. But the invasion has been repelled and we have defeated the army Odin warned us about. He also mentioned I should trust my visions and follow them where they may lead. But I didn't get one during the fight. Not when in proximity to the portal, nor when the stone Jotuns were defeated. So I'm going to head back to New Asgard, rest up, and see what the flames bring. Another vision, this time of Kiruna, the mining outpost. We got really bad weather. It's going to take a while to get out there. All trade has stopped because of the storm. I have no choice. Odin told me to follow my visions, so follow them I must. There's what appears to be 2 Fenmar here, dead in the middle of the clearing. No footprints, it must have been a while ago. This isn't us. This isn't my tribe. We're not hunting here anymore. Something killed these and left the corpses. Kiruna lies a little bit beyond those woods. Man, this storm is not letting up at all, is it? More bodies! This time of an entire wolf pack. What could have done this? Again, this isn't us, and this isn't a bear. A bear would have eaten its kill. Something's wrong. I can feel it. What are you?